go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Good morning. Good morning and hello. Come on in. Come on in. Today should just be a good gossip day. I do have my CNN job to do, and I will do it, maybe. But for right now, come on in. I bet most of you are sleeping. I bet most of you are taking a day off and is sleeping. I bet you. I can almost guess it right now. Most of y'all are luxuriating in your bed. Who's working? Get up. I started not to come on today, but I was in such a good mood. I really didn't need the holiday. I'm working later, so if anybody needs me, I will be working today. I don't have any daytime appointments, but I definitely have some evening appointments. Hi, Kira. Good morning. Hi, Samaj. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, sweet things. Sending love and light. Thank you. I'm sending it back to you to share the love and light that you're sending. Thank you so much. How are you guys doing? I did put my banner on. Like, subscribe, and share. I figured today would just be a good gossip day. Doesn't need to be anything crazy. Hi, Sophia. Morning. Hi, Lisa. Good health and everyone in the chat. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Darrow. Good morning. Happy Labor Day. I hope you guys are off today. There's nothing better than that extra day that they give you, right? I love it. I was going to take off too, but then I was like, I really had a good weekend. I could actually work today. So I was just telling everyone I'm actually doing readings today. I don't have any morning shifts, but I definitely have evening shifts available. So if you want to talk to me this evening, I'll be there for you. Doing awesome, navigating through retrograde energy. Yeah, it's not really here yet. This is what they call the shadow period. Yeah, it'll be here September 9th. So if anybody has any magic to do, my advice is to do it September 8th. Don't do it on the 9th. All right, guys? That would be my advice. If you're going to do any magic, don't do it on September 9th. I try not to do magic during the retrograde, and I've only done it during the retrograde one time, and I think that was this year. This year I was like, I'm going to do magic. And to be honest with you, I shouldn't have, because the retrograde was evil. The retrograde was mean. This year I decided that the retrograde is mind over matter. And so we're not having my mind affected by the matter of retrograde. Who else is here? Hi, Doris. Good health, Ebony. Good morning. And Mystical Misfits. Yes. Hi, Darlene. Good morning, all. And Magic Mermaid. Good health, everyone. Nope. Autumn is not around the corner. It's summer still. My God, people. Can we please enjoy summer? When is the autumn equinox? The 21st. Right? Right? Mind over matter. But mind the matter. that your mind needs to not invest in, right? Because retrograde's about the revisit, return, I forgot all the re's. Um, so if somebody comes back, do you really want to revisit that awful relationship? Really think hard about what you all want, because you will get it. And usually by the end of the retrograde or by the next retrograde, you all are broken up worse than ever before. So be careful when somebody returns. It's not love, it's energy. It's like a zombie that returns. Mm-hmm. Even if they return with sorries. Sorries mean I accept. It doesn't mean you reinvest in loving energy. Not during the retrograde. Because if you don't reinvest, what you will find is by the end of the retrograde, the energy would have dissipated from the person and you'll never hear from them again. True stories. I've been doing this all my life. Tracy, so-and-so came back. Oh, Lord. What, Tracy? It's the retrograde. Don't revisit. If someone is meant to be in your life, they could wait 4 weeks for the retrograde to be over. Because then the cloud clears. The communication could be so much more better if you don't do it during Mercury retrograde. Do you understand, guys? Be careful what you ask for. You might get it. Hi, Tasha. Yeah, be careful what you want. You might get it. And the last thing, I already know this, everyone. I already know this. The last thing you want is for somebody to return. You don't want that. And women, stop saying, like when I say, how long have you known him? Stop saying, oh, I've known him since childhood. Whoever you've known at childhood is a different person today. I promise you. So you actually don't know him. You remember him from childhood. You don't know him from childhood. But when you reinvest in someone, you reinvest from the point that you met them. Period. You reinvest from that point. So you might have known him from childhood, but if you didn't meet him until June 8th, you know him from June 8th, right? That's the first thing I'm going to say. The second thing I'm going to say is every time you break up with someone and you go back to them, you are investing with that person new every single time. You cannot go back to the beginning. You have to invest in who that person is when he comes back. So, let's say you're dating someone and you break up for 3 months and you all get back together. You get back together from the newness of him or her coming back. You don't know that person. You don't even like that person that you broke up with or that broke up with you. This person has to be a new person, but you have to look at him or her as if they are new to you. You have to start over. So, when you start over, it kind of means no sex. Everybody lays down too quick. You go right back to your original personalities. After a few weeks, you're like, why did I ever step back foot with this person? Especially when the person starts acting wonky. I know these things. It is about emotional maturity, though. It is about learning, what do I want from my partner? It is about, is love really being served? It is about, women fall in love when they lay down. Period. No question. You all don't know how to take sex and power it up. Y'all take sex and fall in love. Men get fed. So sometimes you don't know why they're coming back. Are they coming back because they know you will feed them? Because the others didn't. Because his last girlfriend was like, get the fuck out, get the fuck out. And then he knows, well, I'll just call Tracey up. She'll do me. I'll just pretend I like her. I'll even say I'm sorry. Especially if you add to it, I need a bed to stay in. Because old girl then kicked me out because you ain't never had your own space. I'm just saying. Maybe somebody needs to hear this. I don't know. But stop falling in love with things that doesn't serve you, right? Right? If somebody served you some shitty ass mac and cheese, you would be like, I'm not eating this crap. You're supposed to say that with people. If you're not being served well, I mean well, that means no, he cannot borrow your car. You got a Mercedes and he don't have a car? Does that make sense? Help me out. Does it make sense? No. No, you cannot spend a night. But I don't have a place to stay. You got your mama. No. I'll do you, but you got to go. And no, just because I do you doesn't mean you get to live here. No, you don't have a place to stay? Go in your car, please. I don't have time. Go live in your car. I'm just saying. Thank you, Miss Net Net. I tried to. Well, you know what's funny about the cookie cutter appearances, though? Their cookie cutter appearances ain't even cookie cutter. It's mediocre at best. It's mediocre at best. No lodging. And I'm not even sure if it's setting boundaries, Miss Net Net. That would require a relationship, right? A relationship has never been established. Do men make relationships with women? Think about it. I'll wait. I'll wait. So no, you can't set boundaries, right? Because that would, I promise you, it would require a relationship. Y'all got to learn the word no. Can I spend the night? No. Why? I don't know why. But no. Go home. And then you'll see them beg. And then you'll see them tell the truth. I ain't got no place to stay. My mama, this, that, and the third. Yada, yada, boom, boom, boom. You have to be like, boy, I know you did not come back to give me all this drama. I will see you tomorrow, but you cannot stay. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, guys? Magic mermaid. So I'm not sure if the word boundaries is your best word, right? Because I promise you, in order to have boundaries, there has to be a conversation about what that looks like. And most of these people come back with not even giving you a relationship to set up boundaries. They're very close in sign, so that doesn't surprise me. You know what I'm trying to say? I mean, am I helping anyone? Because I know it's hard to hear me when somebody's lips are right here. I hear you. It's hard to hear. I got you. You're still going to get fucked over, so you might as well hear me so that you understand you are your own worst problem, not the partner that's trying to come through to leech off of you. You. So now we have to look at what are your emotional health issues, right? If your emotional health issues are to be loved by any means necessary, well, you're going to get that. If that's your emotional health issues. If it's just to be loved by any means necessary, fine, you will get that energy. And don't get mad when the production isn't enough for you. Don't get mad. You didn't decide what more you needed. So you got only what you asked for. Limitations. Sex. All right, that's the end of the story. Aww. Mother of Brats goes, God, I wish I knew you 5 years ago. You know, I think you were mandated to have the experience 5 years ago, right? It's just from this point on, don't invest. That's all. It's from this point on, look at your investments, right? That's what I'm saying. Is it worth it? And understand that there's a difference between I need to have sex and I'm going to lay down and hope he falls in love with me. Two different things. I wish most women would learn to have sex and throw it down and tell a Negro goodbye. Bye, sweetie. Bye. You kicking me out? Yeah. Or why aren't women finding men that have their own spaces? Huh? Why is that? Why is that not the question? You got your own space, babe? Yeah. Oh. Well, then I'll come to you. That way I can leave when I want to. Just saying. Yeah, you have to have a bad experience to learn, but you know what I have found? Most people don't learn because the minute, I like to call them sloppy, the minute Mr. Sloppy calls you back after 6 months, y'all want to invest with the very guy that hurt your feelings. He's back. Who? The guy that hit you? Uh-huh. The guy that never gave anything when he came over for your children? Yeah. The guy that never gave you rent money? Oh, that's being harsh. That's the same guy? Yeah. Oh. All right, sweetie. All right. 6 months in, sometimes less. That guy ain't never changed. And I pick on guys because I'm a female. If there's a story, men with women, let me know because the stories are remarkably different. Remarkably. Right? I like to tell this story. One of my guy friends said that he went to a singles thing and met up with women, and all the women talked about their sloppy exes instead of looking at him that was in front of him, single. What kind of cockamamie mental illness is going on in the Black community? True story. They were all quick to tell some ridiculous story about lost love. All of them. He left that convention thinking, I'm just never going to date again. Because this is too much. Too much. Mm-hmm. All right. My lecture's over. Hi, Kiana. I used to have sex, but I've gotten bad at that in my maturity and lay down wanting love. It's typical. It's typical. And it didn't work. Let me tell you something. Not only do we lay down, we throw down. Think about it. We pull out every pot in the kitchen and nothing works. That's because the guy didn't come to you for the same reasons that you were looking for him. Maybe some men come because it's just space. They don't like being alone. So it's space for them. I don't get men, actually. I don't know why they do the things that they do and then hurt the women. But maybe it's our fault too. Maybe we're like, because everyone does this in my reading. Is he the one? How is anybody the one? Unless they prove it to you, which takes time. You know someone's the one. We've talked about this before. When he knows I like to eat steak, and he says, "Let me pick you up some steak tonight. I'll cook it for you." And I'm like, "Steak?" Because it's not the steak. It's the action. I like someone that likes to rub my toes as we're watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. Put cream on it. And not want to have sex with me. Like, you're just rubbing my toes, but you can rub my calves, that's okay. You can get up to my thighs, that's okay. You can get to my coochie, that's okay too. But don't take the action and make it into sex. Do it because you love me that much. But you can't love me that much unless you spend time with me that much. Because I have a very strong personality. And there's no way you can get to the coochie and not understand that I have a strong personality. You gotta love me. The coochie's always there. Coochie, coochie, coochie. I love saying that word. Do you love that word? Coochie. Coochie, coochie, coochie. I love that word. I know, Kiana. I know. We all go through it. Did you learn the difference, though? And I think that's what I'm asking, right? First, we have to get over the hurt. And that could take a while because that's emotional for us, right? Then we have to get mad. And if you don't get to the place of mad, you will invite him back into your life when he decides to show up, whenever he decides to show up, after he was a space filler for 3 other women out there. Right? Now, the one thing I have to give Cherie credit for was turning away from Tyrone. Brumman. On the 4th floor. He really did walk in there like Brugman. I was like, is he limping or is that some sexy hood shit? Like, is he confused? You ever see someone that has mental, like, depreciation? Never really had in the first place, but they live in the hood. And so their impression of acting like hood is kind of like wonky. He kind of walked in like special needs and walking like that's how the hood walks. And then Cherie called him Brumman. I was like, oh, that's what it was. Right, Mother Bat, she did good. But can I tell you what her mistake was? When he brought her the flowers, she should have said at that point, no, thank you. At that point. But remember what she did. She let him bring her the flowers. She accepted the flowers, and then she took a picture with him. So there's a little bit of a fail there. So with Cherie, I don't quite trust because she's the type of person to have private conversations with Tyrone later and then tell everybody to kiss her ass. It's my choice, my decision, blah, 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 blah. So we'll see. She can't be trusted. We'll see. She's just trying to get through this season without the internet breaking her. We'll see. I think men know real intimacy. I do. I think that they talk to each other better than we as women talk to each other. So if they're having conversations, and now the conversations are made on the internet, if they're having conversation about women talking bad about us, right? They're going to follow each other. Men love men, so they're going to follow each other. We are not a part of those intimate conversations. We don't even hear the same things that the men are saying. When Kevin Samuels is popping on the internet, and you go to look at why he's popping, the women aren't listening. The men are literally saying, I don't like you. The women are fighting because they're so used to fighting that they think that's engaging with men. What the women need to do is look at what the men are saying. They're saying they don't like you. They're saying they don't like women. Look, you don't have to believe me. Look the next time Kevin Samuels is popping. Look at what the men are saying, and women stop responding. Stop. Because you fuel the feed. And the men love the fuel because they can't spit on anyone else. They can't spit on their bosses. They can't spit on the white man. They spit on the very victim that they call queen. True story. So you have to stop letting them have their moment with you. Walk away, even on the internet. Yeah, I think she did it for the TV. That's why we have to wait till the season is over. And then we could be like, oh, you really did not go back to Tyrone? We have to wait. But Tyrone, did he look like someone to be crying over? Let me get my coffee again. Hold on, guys. Ah, not enough. Did Tyrone really look like somebody to cry over? Guys, that's the other thing. Those jailhouse romances, Mm-mm. Don't do it. I've heard too many stories. All right. So stop letting toxic people have access to you. That's self-care. Yeah. Yeah. The problem is if you change, the energy changes. Now, it might mean you're alone, but being alone is better than wondering if he's going to call. Why hasn't he called? When he calls, you catch an attitude. The minute you catch an attitude, he ghosts you again. Tell me I'm lying. Then you're depressed and crying. If you got kids, you're now yelling at the kids. It's not their fault. They don't know you got a fuck boy. Tell me I'm lying. All right. I think Montel is going to come up at the reunion. I don't know what happened to Montel. Who cares? Montel's weird. Did Montel commit murder or something? I feel like he could be a murderer. But I'm glad you learned, Kiana. Sorry you went through that. All right. Any questions? We could make this a questions and answer about love. Any questions? Self-care is the key, but sometimes we're not taught self-care. If our mamas didn't know what a good relationship is, it's hard for us to figure out what a good relationship is. So, a good relationship feels good. The minute it doesn't feel good, you have a problem. Then you have to measure how many times does this not feel good. Then you have to go, how many times in a week has he not made me feel good? Or she, I apologize, guys, and girls, actually. How many times in a week? So now you got to start counting. Now you got to start documenting. If somebody makes you feel out of pocket 5 times out of the week and we only got 7 days, you have a problem. If somebody makes you feel out of pocket 7 days out of the week, which means you're kind of feeling nervous about the person, without them, with them, like there's anxiety there, you have a problem. If someone has you checking their phone, checking your phone all day, waiting for some damn text message to come through, you have a problem. Yes. Thank you. Apparently, says Kiana, I need to see, even in my growth, there is still a lot of work. And sometimes you will attract everything, everyone, but you have to have discernment. That means that God's voice inside of you needs to rise up. And you know what happens when love comes through, Kiana? You don't want to be bothered with God. The man becomes the God, even though you beg God for this man. He becomes your God. And that becomes a different problem. And when God sees you replacing him, God's like, oh, okay, no, let's go do that. I'll wait. I'll wait. Yes, it's time to evaluate thyself. Because how can a man take you out of pocket? I'm not saying they can't hurt your feelings. I'm saying, how can they take you out of pocket? You don't think I've gone on dates and then I get out of the date and I'm like, I really like that person. They never call. Ever. And I'm like, what happened? And then I put things over in my head over and over. And I think sometimes what I discover is that it's not that I'm too intelligent. That's not it. It's that they think they're too intelligent. Like, men are always trying to teach me. I'm like, and so they'll say things that'll be like dumb. And I'll be like, no, that's not the that's not it. And it looks like an argument, but it's not an argument. it's like you're treating me like I'm a goddamn dumb person. And when I correct you, you don't like that because you need a sister that's like, really? Oh my God. No, dude, I'm at the age we don't talk about. So, no, I don't do that. I don't think I did it 20 years ago. I might have hit it better 20 years ago. Now I'm not even hiding it. I don't know. I just think I look like too much work for some men, which is fine because you're not enough for me. It's fine. An uneducated man is the worst. It is the worst. That's why I don't know how some of y'all date jailbirds. The worst. It's just the worst. Like, tell me you like something and I want to hear what it is that you like. You like science? Tell me all about science. I will listen. But don't talk to me about philosophy and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I am philosophy. So if you think you're going to start some philosophical conversation and think it's not going to be debatable, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. It will be debatable. Philosophy is what I do. They can't run game on me. They can't. And it's so annoying. It's so annoying. But the new men do it here because I don't know the island. And they're like always trying to educate me about the island. And I'm like, I'm going to learn the island, right? Relax. The island, I'm going to learn. I do talk to enough people that I'm going to get enough unbiased conversations. What else do you know besides the island? Do you know something else? Talk to me about that. You know? But most of the conversations here is about the island. Dude, it's 28 miles long. And then some people will give me history on the island and leave out the most important facts. I've spoken to 3 men so far about how the St. Croix, the Virgin Islands, became liberated against the Dutch. It took my TV repairman to tell me the truth. Because it was 3 women that liberated this whole island. Most of the men that I talk to do not add that information. Why am I dating you? You can't even deal with women in history, let alone me in front of you. I had to take a young buck that's putting up my TV to tell me, but do you know how? Because I was like, oh yeah, I heard about the really, really cool. I like the history. And he goes, do you know the whole history? And I'm like, tell me what you know, right? I didn't bother telling him. Yeah, I knew. 3 people told me. I could tell right away. He was like, you don't know the story. So I was like, tell me the story. 3 women organized the coup. Not one man that I was dating completed that story. So now I can't trust those men. Now I know if you can't give me a story that belongs in history, I can't date you. You are a coward at best. At minimum, you're a coward. And at minimum, you don't like women. That hard part, finding a man that's intellectual. Yeah, but he's out there, right? The intellectual man is out there. How you choose a dumb man is on you. And I'm not talking about a man with a good job. I'm talking about an intellectual man with a good job, of course. He has to have a good job. I can't do too much beyond that. All right. All right. Am I getting through to everyone? I hope I'm helping. Maybe I'm not helping. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all gotta let me know if I'm helping. Oh, look at yesterday's conversation with the super psychics about Stonehenge. It was so good. And that's what I mean by education, right? I would want a man that would let me speak what I know, right? I would want a man that would let me talk about Stonehenge um, and be interested. Because if I don't find that, I'm bored. If you don't let me be a psychic, a spiritualist, if you don't let me find the different levels of spirituality, if you don't let me talk about what I need to talk about, I'm bored. I need to go because I'm bored. What's interesting, Tony? What do you find interesting? I'm bored if you don't let me be what I need to be in terms of what I need. I need the metaphysical world. So I need a man that's gonna let me be that. And if he doesn't show up, what am I supposed to do? I'm still moving in the metaphysical world. So I have to say it's okay now, right? It's okay if they don't show up the way I need them to show up, right? I need a Tom Brady that says, my wife is a witch. And we just keep it moving. I wouldn't have this career if she didn't do all the candle stuff that she was doing. Keep it moving, right? It's not a conversation. I said what I said, and I'm over it. That's a good point. A gem mineral show would probably be a good place. Yeah, but some of them are overweight and weird too. Sometimes it's just overweight weird men at this. The way you broke it down was helpful in a way we need to view the world right now. Aw. See, I knew I would get through to at least one person today. Yes, me too. Right, Kiana? Kiana was repeating what I was saying. She's like, yes, me too, right? I'm not willing to change anymore. I'm willing to grow in a metaphysical world. I'm not willing to change how I got here. Because getting here was such a strife and struggle just with my parents, just with my family, just with co-workers. It took years to get to a place of this is me. I mean, it took years. That when you come along, oh boy, you have to be like, show me your crystals, babe. Like, okay. So this is the amethyst. Look, this is my wand, right? I just love this. I love this. This is my wand, and I do use it as a wand. This is my rose quartz. This is the one that brought you in, the rose quartz. Not that I used it on you, but I asked God using this stone. Look at the different, like, look at the different layers on this stone. How pretty is that? See, the way I'm talking to you guys is the way I need to talk to my man. And then this is my favorite, my aura. I'm thinking about getting aura earrings from Esty. Look at my aura. It's too bright right now for you guys to see how pretty that is. See? How pretty is that? Oh, child. And it's making me hot. Like, these stones just made me so hot just now. Woo-hoo! That's what I want. I want to be able to show a man how much I love something and I want to get excited by it. And I want him to see me get excited by it. And I want him to love how excited I got to talk. That's what I want. I thought I had that once, but he turned out to be a jackass in other ways. I was just a space filler. But he pretended like he cared. That was nice for a while. But I was just a space filler. Apparently, I didn't make enough money for his taste. Asshole. Oh, does your boyfriend love to see you do magic? That is so cool. Oh, I love that, Lisa D. Yes, this one is always, this one right here, if you could see it in person, you would understand why. It's always been one of my favorites. Auralite, yes, Auralite. But I also like Auralite earrings. I'm gonna get some Auralite earrings. I'm gonna be me, gotta accept me. Yes, isn't it beautiful? You gotta accept my decks, my crystals, my clouds, my portals, all that. Astrology. And yeah, of course you can keep going on and on. Oh no, a man that's metaphysical, bring him on, babe. A man is metaphysical? That's a match. Imagine a man is metaphysical and all you do is talk metaphysical stuff. Like like a man that believes in sci-fi, but in a way where he gets it, right? In a way where he believes in the alien culture, but he believes in it by way of sci-fi. I'm down. I got you. A man that would keep chimes in their house would be not in their house, but a man that like I love chimes, right? And where I live, there's in this complex, but I can put it doesn't really matter. I could put a chime with a stick outside. I was thinking about that too. Yeah, all of that. No, a man that understands, like a man that loves astronomy. I would love a man that loves astronomy, right? Because that's not too far from my belief system, right? All right. Again, I hope I helped. Oh, got on a back brace today, and it's itching. All right. If anybody wants a reading with me, don't forget I do have evening shift open. Maybe. Let me see. And don't forget, they're all FaceTime. They're all Zoom. All right. Yes, I do have 3 spots available in the evening, so I'm open today. All right. Let me do my job. I am your YouTube official YouTube correspondent. No one else does my job, and no one else does it like me. I am your official YouTube. CNN never hired me, and that really sucks to be them. I'm sorry that you wouldn't think about hiring me, CNN. So I have to be like the old man at Walmart. I'm just going to show up and greet people at the door. Do you work for Walmart, sir? No. You have on a Walmart jacket. They give it to me because I never leave. Okay. All right. I'm the old man at the Walmart. 5 things you need to know today. Is it the right thing? Oh, oh, is this the right thing? Oh, look at this. I predicted this. I can't tell you how many times I saw this. NASA will not pursue a launch of Artemis 1 for the remainder of the launch period, which ends on Tuesday. They had to scrub it Friday, but I told you guys it wasn't going to happen, right? I told you guys. I said, predicted it. I knew it. It was smoke and mirrors. There was no launch. There was no design launch. It was smoke and mirrors. And if there was smoke and mirrors, you got to ask why. Because that's government. So if there was smoke and mirrors because of this launch, what was really happening? All right. The death toll in Pakistan has been raised to 1,200, with 1/3 of the victims are children. A worker at an airport stole a twin-engine plane Saturday morning and threatened to crash it in a Walmart in Mississippi. He finally landed the plane and was arrested. Happy Labor Day. It's an unofficial end to summer. However, there is a dangerous heat wave expected to continue throughout much of the West, right through the middle of the week, and the temperatures will be well above 100. Tuesday is another primary day in Massachusetts, and there are narrowing votes between Democrats and Republicans. There are 5 competitive statewide races on the ballot this year: governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, secretary of state, state auditor, and that is for Massachusetts. Wednesday, which I have an invite to, Apple is widely expected to unveil its new iPhone 14 lineup. So there'll be several phones. All right. Also on Wednesday, former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama will return to the housewife for the unveiling of their official White House portraits. While there have been a decade-long tradition of first-term American presidents hosting their immediate predecessors at the White House to unveil their official portraits, a ceremony for the Obamas never came during former Donald Trump's time in the Oval Office. Really? He hated Obama, though. He just hated him. Thursday is International Literacy Day, according to UNESCO. 771 million young adults and adults worldwide currently lack basic literacy skills. September 10th is World Suicide Prevention Day. In July, the new 988 dialing code went into effect to reach the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline that has been launched in the U.S. So, did anybody know that 988 is the number to call if you're considering suicide? Did anybody know that? That's a beautiful thing. I'm glad about that. 988. Remember that, guys. Sabrina has really showed out. So we're so happy with Sabrina. We're so happy with your career. So thank you, Sabrina, for showing up. You and your sister for showing up into our lives. Yeah, 988. Thank you, Magic Mermaid. All right, guys, that's everything. I will be back for dashikis and bonnets, so get your word of today. I'll be back around 10:15. Bye, guys. I hope I helped with just conversating today. I love you. Take it easy. Bye.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.